Sorry, I forgot about that.
Does Dad know how to change the screen to do the battles?
Nope. I gotta get back down there.
Can you call him?
Nobody can speak. I think that's who he's texting right now.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to KV Rising. We are live from Kellyville, Oklahoma, where your ponies are hosting the Kiefer Trojans. I'll let Robbie do the introductions there on the floor for the lineups. Real quick, I want to let you know that tonight's game is brought to you by our presenting sponsors, Patriot Air, CT Decorative Concrete and Construction. Our gold sponsor, Phil Thomas Trucking, Shades of Glass by Chris, Webco Industries, Jay's Country Kitchen, Bluebell Free Will Baptist Church, Rescue Mini Storage, Backwoods Barbecue, DJ Service Concrete and Construction, Diminished Family Practice, Excavation Resources, Jim Vaught Mac Truck, Shada Billingsley Photography, Greg McGuire Trucking, Brian Smith Allstate Insurance, and David Bryant and Associates. And here we are with our introduction for the Lady Ponies. I'll be quiet and let you hear. And there you have it, starting lineup for the Lady Ponies. We're about to get started here. Ponies come in at a 10-2 record, ranked number 8. And the Kiefer Lady Trojans, they have a record of 8-5. In the last matchup about a week and a half ago between these two teams, the Lady Ponies took that matchup 54-39 there in Kiefer. So hopefully our Lady Ponies can match that this evening and walk away with the win. Look like Shayler Childers is jumping for Kellyville, and seeing the number 23, that's going to be Megan King for Kiefer. And Kellyville gets the tip. Upshaw to the top of the key with the ball, looking to set up some offense. And she shoots for 3, and it's wide. Riley goes to try to save it, and she's unable to. It's going to be Kiefer ball. Flying solo tonight, folks. Do have Jacob here, and his mom is running the camera for us, so Jacob's going to try to keep up as things progress here. He's adding more and more to the screen. And we're going to have an offensive foul on Kiefer. That's Anna Hall. It's going to be her first. And Kellyville's going to call a timeout early here in the first minute. Coach Upshaw must be seeing something he's doesn't like, and is going to try to make some quick adjustments. Yeah, looks like a 30-second timeout. Kellyville's going to have a busy week. We play obviously tonight, and then we are in the Kiefer tournament this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The first games are the Lady Ponies at 1 p.m. against Holbert, and the boys follow immediately following that at 2:30 against Holbert as well, and that's there in Kiefer. So find an excuse to skip work, play hooky, and come enjoy some basketball. If you can't, we will be broadcasting live, so you can join us right here on KV Rising. Now we're back underway. Kellyville with the ball. Riley driving, and that's good for 2. Nice drive by Madison Riley. Comes in with that left-handed kind of jump shot. And that's going to be King for 2, and she draws the foul, I believe. And they got Wiggs for that foul. So King to the line, try to make it a 3-point play. And that's going to be off the rim. Summer Archer with the rebound. There's Archer for 3, and that's good. Right at the top, and Summer Archer's wide open, so she takes the shot, and it's good off the backboard. The shot is long, and it goes to Upshaw. Upshaw with the long pass to Riley, and it's just too far. She grabs it, tosses it back as she falls out of bounds, but there's nobody there. She was way ahead of everybody. So the ball's going to go out of bounds, Kiefer ball. There's King for inside. There's a nice steal by Upshaw. Upshaw's needing some help. Wiggs and Riley come back. She gets it to Wiggs. They get it across the line here. There's another 3 by Archer, and she's on fire. Summer Archer, back-to-back 3s. Kellyville with a quick jump out lead, 8-2. And there's a easy layup, drives in, and there's a steal by Wiggs. Ball gets tied up. And Wiggs going to draw a second foul there. She stole the ball, and then I believe it was 15. Her and 15 Hall were fighting over it, and then they get Haley for a push. There's a shot off the mark. There's a rebound by Wiggs, passes up to Upshaw. Upshaw drives the court. In transition, Upshaw for 2. And Kiefer's going to call a timeout. So 4:30 left here in the first quarter. Kellyville 10, Kiefer 2. Here we're back underway. And Kiefer with the ball. There's an easy 2 for Hendricks. And she got underneath by herself. Shaler, looks like Shaler Childers may have a nosebleed, so she's going to have to get something to, I don't know if they're going to sub in for her. Yeah, they're going to sub in for her. And here comes Kaylin Bearpaw. Nice to see her back on the court. I don't anticipate they necessarily thought she was going to play, but nice to see her out there. She was injured last week at Morris. Let's see how he favors that injury at all. There's a shot by Upshaw. It's off the mark, and Kiefer with the rebound. Not sure if Childers got hit in the nose or what caused the nosebleed. And there is a three by Hendricks on the outside. Nice rebound by they're going to get Wiggs for her third. She got 3 quick fouls here in the first quarter, and I see Sierra Jones coming sitting in front of the scorer's table, so I imagine Wiggs is going to get a break with those 3 fouls early here in the first quarter. There's the inside shot, and there's another ball's knocked loose by Summer Archer, and they being tipped around. They go to the floor, called jump ball, and possession arrow is Kiefer, so they're going to maintain. And in fact, Sierra Jones does come in for Wiggs. Wiggs with the 3 fouls, so Upshaw getting her out of there, taking a break. Bearpaw struggling to handle that pass a little bit, but she gets back under control, and there's a drive by Riley, and she lost the handle a moment, stopped, and picked up her dribble and then dribbled again, so they're going to get her for a double dribbler. And Kiefer with the ball. So a couple of minor mistakes by Kellyville, and Kiefer's able to close the lead, close the lead here. Kellyville 10, Kiefer 7. We're down by 8. Now just behind by 3 here. There's King working on Jones. No look pass over to Ashford, and she goes in for 2. So real quick, Kiefer able to close to a 1-point ball game. Here with just under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Archer in the lane with the ball, and there's a shot by Upshaw, and that shot is off the mark. Kiefer with the rebound. Now they make a pass inside, and it goes straight to Bearpaw, but it's just out of her reach. She touches it with her hand, and then it bounces out of bounds. So Kiefer's going to maintain possession here. Bearpaw that ball was just too far out of her reach. She was able to get a finger on it, but not enough to catch the ball. And there's a drive by number 12 for 2. Shot by Bearpaw off the mark. Less than a minute to go. Kiefer with the lead, 11-10. And there's a nice defensive move by Jones. Knocks the ball loose, but it goes straight to toe for Kiefer, and she goes back up. She's going to be fouled. So she goes to the line for 2. The foul was called on Riley. That's going to be her first. She made her first one and her second. So just like that, the roles the reverse. Kiefer up by 3, 13-10 with about 40 seconds left. Kellyville with the ball and see if they can't at least get 2 on the board right here before the end of the first quarter. Upshaw working. She drives the corner. Riley, deep 2 by Riley. We got Jones going in for the layup, and it's off the mark, and then the ball's knocked out of bounds by Kiefer, so it's going to be Kellyville ball with 17.3 seconds. Let Kellyville just get something set up here. Riley for 3, and that's off the rim. Summer Archer with a nice rebound. Gets it to Jones, and it's knocked out of Jones's hand here near court. Kellyville ball. Jones throwing in to Riley. 9 seconds left. At 3 seconds. Upshaw's going to have to shoot it. And it's good right at the buzzer. Upshaw for 3. And that's going to tie it 13-13. Boy, Upshaw wasn't concerned with the time at all. She just watching the clock and waited till just the very last moment. Put that ball up. And it was all net. So right on the mark for her. So 13 points for Kellyville in that first quarter. So Upshaw with 5. Summer Archer with 6. Madison Riley with 2. Archer had 2 back-to-back threes. That's nice to see her on the board like that. And Kiefer also put up 13 on the quarter. So again, we're seeing the Lady Ponies, I wouldn't call it struggling, but just a little bit of a slow start. It's kind of been their mark this year so far, as they come out a little just a little cold. Unfortunately, it hadn't really affected the outcome of any of the games. One of the games that they lost against Booker T. Washington, it was just the opposite. There's a 3 by Bear Paul, and it's in and out. But that game by Booker T. Washington, they come out extremely strong and stayed right with. And there's a nice block by Shayla Childers. So we'll see if Kellyville can find their groove here in the second quarter. That's rebound by Upshaw. Upshaw for 3, and that's off the mark, but Bear Paul right underneath to get it and put it back up, and she's going to be fouled. And that's Hendricks for the foul. That's her first. Bear Paul going the line, shooting 2. And her first one is good. Here's her second attempt, and that's also good. Nice double team by the Ponies. Caused the ball to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to be maintaining Kiefer possession, but nice pressure by Kellyville. And there's a deep 3 by Toe. Kellyville with the rebound. Over to Bear Paul. And they're going to get Bear Paul for a charge. Toe got in front of her, and not sure she was completely set, but that's what the ref saw. So that's going to be Bear Paul's first. Kellyville had 5 team fouls. Kiefer with just 2. Early here in the second quarter, 7 minutes to go. There's a ball inside. Way up off the glass. Hendricks for 2. Bear paw. Bear paw puts it up, and Childers puts it back up, and it falls short. And Bear paw gets a rebound, but it's tied up for a jump ball with Kiefer with the possession arrow. So and there's Christian Kaiser snuck in the game. I didn't see her come in. Nice defense by Shaler Childers. Causes a turnover. She gets to Upshaw. Upshaw drives, and the running jumper's good. Oh, 17-15 here. Kellyville with the lead. About 5:55 to go in the second quarter. A moving screen, but their refs, I don't know if they didn't see it. It's right next to the ball, so there's double dribble by Hall. So it's going to be Kellyville ball. The refs need to keep an eye on that moving screen, though. She was just moving right along with the defender, whichever way the defender went. There's a 3 by Upshaw. Put back up by Childers, and no good on both shots. Upshaw right on the mark with that 3 just before the first quarter expired, but she hadn't been able to find it otherwise. There's a nice spin move by King for 2. We're tied back up at 17 with 4:55 left. Inside to Childers. There's a jumper from the paint from Childers, and that's good for 2. That's her first points of the game. And that goes back to kind of starting slow. We just had 3 players in the first quarter put points on the board. And Kellyville's usually pretty good. The Lady Ponies are pretty good about spreading the ball around and having anywhere from 5 to 7. I think our last game we had 9 different girls put points on the board, so if that tells you anything. 3 girls scoring in that first quarter is a little low. Kellyville with the ball after a walk call on Kiefer. There's Riley with the drive. And that ball's a little short off the front of the rim. Childers with the tip, she's not able to bring it down. There's open lane by, nice defense by Riley. Hendricks had an open drive to the lane, nobody around, and Riley using her speed to get over in front of her, causing her shot to be off the mark, and it goes out of bounds. I guess they're saying it was tipped by Riley because they're giving it back to Kiefer. I thought the shot just literally went straight out of bounds. Now they're going to get Shaler Childers with a foul, a push, they're saying. So Kellyville 1 foul away from sending Kiefer to the line at 1-1. It's 6 fouls. Kiefer just having still just a 2. Close to the 5-second count, but they do get it in. There's a 3 by number 11, and that's good. That's Maddie Bonina for 3. There's Riley driving in. Oh my goodness, we just can't get anything to fall. That ball hits the back of the rim, comes back over the front of it. No good. There's another three. And that's number 12. So Kiefer hitting the threes in this quarter. They have 2 of them with about 3 minutes left. So 23-19, Kiefer with the lead. Kellyville struggling to find the net. They've had several shots in and out. There's a three by Sarah Jones, and that's off the mark. There's a jumper by Ashford, and that's good for 2. So all of a sudden, folks, Kiefer with a 6-point lead here, 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Kellyville trying to find their way. We seem to be getting good shots on goal. We just haven't been able to find the net. And there's a drive by Jones, and she's going to be fouled by Addie Toe. Or correction. Number 20, Ashford. That sends Jones to the line to shoot 2. Her first one is in and out. And Jones' second attempt is good. It's a 5-point ball game with just right at 2 minutes left. And there's an easy layup. That was for number 11, Benina. And Upshaw's shot's off the mark. 27-20 here going into the last minute and a half of the half. I don't know how that's not a foul, folks. I mean, they were all over Jones. Childers on the other end for a quick 2. Practically tackled Jones on the floor with that ball, piled on top of her with no foul called. There's a nice steal by Jones. Jones in for the easy layup. And real quick, Ponies put 4 on the board to knock it to a 3-point ball game with 1 minute left. And there's a 3 by number 12, and it's off the mark, and Jones with the rebound. There's a floating jumper by Upshaw for 2. 1-point ball game, 40 seconds left. Keeper's probably going to hold the ball for try to make it for a last shot. This is one of those situations where I wish high school ball had a shot clock, and she doesn't hold the ball. Long three-pointer by number 12. That's good. Riley over to Jones, and that's all they're going to call a timeout. 17.2 left here in the half. It's a 4-point ball game. Kiefer 30, Kellyville 26. I apologize, I don't have number 12's name on my roster. Man, she was 6-8 feet outside that 3-point line. That's why we didn't have anybody on her, expecting them to try to run the clock down farther, and she launched that ball. That gives her two 3-pointers for this quarter. She had 2 points in the first quarter. I will get her name, but that's number 12 for Kiefer. So she's got 8 points on the evening so far. See what Kellyville can do with ball here is Riley. She goes in for the drive. Nice pass to Sarah Jones. And that's going to do it, folks. It's going to be a 2-point ball game. Kiefer with the lead, 30-28 here at half. Kellyville struggling a bit on getting the ball in that. They again just had 4 girls putting points on the board. First quarter, just 3 girls. And this quarter, 4 girls, and one of them was Kaylin Bearpaw with just her 2 free throws. So we gotta find more shots on goal and more accurate shots on goal, and try to spread the ball around a little bit better. When you have just a couple of players scoring, makes it a lot easier on the defense because that's all the people they have to cover. Some quick announcements here, folks, while we're getting into halftime here. The Kellyville High School Booster Club is going to be selling raffle tickets at all home games until February 18th. The raffle is for an autographed basketball with a picture of the 2019-2020 basketball players. All money raised will go toward the OSSA fees to broadcast live at districts, regionals, area, and state. We appreciate the Booster Club putting this on for KV Rising to raise money to pay those fees. The OSSA charges broadcasting fees to broadcast live at those district, regional, area, and state games. So please help the Booster Club raise money and support KV Rising and Kellyville basketball. Raffles are $1 a piece, or you can get 6 for $5. If there's anyone that would like to purchase tickets that is not going to be attending a high school home game, please get with April Holland if you need to purchase outside game dates. So we got about 9 minutes left. I'm going to take a break, and I'll come back just before the third quarter. So I will see you in a few minutes. Welcome back, folks. We got about a minute 30 before the third quarter starts. Again, I want to remind everybody tonight's broadcast brought to you by our presenting sponsors, Patriot Air and CT Decorative Concrete and Construction. Gold sponsors are Phil Thomas Trucking, Shades of Glass by Chris, Webco Industries, Jay's Country Kitchen, Bluebell Free Will Baptist Church, Rescue Mini Storage, Backwoods Barbecue, DJ Service Concrete and Construction, Diminishes Family Practice, Excavation Resources, Jim Vaught Mack Truck, Shada Billingsley Photography, Greg McGuire Trucking, Brian Smith Allstate Insurance, and David Bryant and Associates. And the Kellyville Ponies, just a reminder, Kellyville Ponies selling raffle tickets for autographed basketball with a picture of the 2019-2020 basketball players. And the money raised will go to help with broadcast fees for KV Rising for the district, regional, area, and state tournaments. Raffles are $1 or 6 for $5. So make sure and get those. We're back underway here. Kellyville with the ball. There's a deep three by Upshaw, and that's good for 3. There's a nice start. Kellyville. Driving. That's number 15. That's Anna Hall for 2. Wiggs playing tough defense on that, but Hall just to be able to get above her hands and still make the basket. Well contested. So it was a nice shot. And there's a shot by Childers that's blocked by Hendricks. And Kiefer able to maintain possession of that ball after it was blocked. 1 point ball game, 32-31, Kiefer with the lead. Early. 1 minute expired here in the third. There's a nice baseline move by King for 2. Just worked right down the baseline and got underneath and put that up. There's a shot right at the elbow for Summer Archer for 2. Almost a steal by Childers. And Childers trying to recover and hustle over to the three-point shot. And they're going to get her with the foul. That's her second, but that's going to send Toe to the line. Shooting 3, and she makes her first one. Her second one's off the mark. Here comes her third attempt, and it's in. So 2 out of 3 there for her at the line. 3-point ball game. Upshaw to Riley. Riley over to Wiggs. Wiggs drives inside, then pushes it back out. And there's Archer for a 3, and it's hits the rim and bounces out. And Kiefer with the rebound. And there's a 3 by Hendricks, and it's good. Upshaw matches for 3. Deep 3. There's a nice block by Upshaw. That was 15. Hall going in for the layup, and Upshaw gets a hand on it and knocks it out. There's an elbow by 22. But instead, they're going to call it on Riley. Wow. .22 getting an elbow in there on Riley, and they call Riley for the reach-in. How he missed that. That was clear as day. She launched the elbow at Riley's chest. 4:55 left in the third here. It's a three-point ball game. Kiefer with the lead, 39-36. Kiefer trying to get the ball inside. And there's a steal by Upshaw. She goes in for the easy layup down the court. A one-point ball game. Archer with the pressure on. Wow, double team there. Hendricks gets past Wiggs and Archer for the layup. Both of them right on Hendricks, but she's able to get by and put the shot up. And there's a nice inside move by Upshaw for two. And there's a nice steal by, and top gun move by Childers. Hooks the brakes on, and the defender flies right past, and she puts it up for the easy two after the great steal. The defender, I wasn't sure which Kiefer player, but they were right on Childers' heels. Would have probably been an easy block for them, or at least commit a foul to keep it from scoring. Childers just puts the brakes on, stops, lets the defender fly by out of bounds, and then she had all day to put up the easy layup for the 2 points. And that puts Kellyville ahead by one, 42-41. Upshaw's come on strong here in the third quarter. She has 2 3-pointers and then 3 more field goals. So she's, or correction, 2 more, I'm sorry. So she's got 10 points on the quarter so far. And there's a shot by King, I believe. And it's no good. And Riley on the quick break. She's got in for 2. There's a nice steal by Bear Paw, but it gets loose, and then they find that's going to leave Hendricks underneath wide open for 2. Thought for sure Bear Paw had that. She knocked it loose, and there's a nice pass from Riley to Childers underneath for 2. Good for Riley to see that. Childers was just all along underneath. And King right at the top of the paint for 2. So back and forth we go. 1-point ball game. Kellyville with the lead. There's a drive by Bear Paw. And that's a nice drive right down the lane, right down the paint for 2 for Bear Paw. And there's Hall wide open for an easy jumper on the outside. Upshaw with her famous running jumper for 2. Tipped by Riley, but it does make it out to Toe, and she shoots that for 3. Tie ball game, 50-50. And we got Childers and Wiggs that gets down. The ball's stolen by 15. by Hall. Childers and Wiggs gets down on defense and able to knock the ball out. So it's going to be Kiefer ball under the basket. 1:41 left in the third. Tie ball game 50-50. Long pass over to number 11. She goes for, there's a nice block by Bear Paw, recovered by Wiggs. Upshaw for 2 and 1. And she is fouled as she goes up for a jumper on the outside. And that's on Bonita. I believe that's going to be her first. So Upshaw at the line. And it's in and out. 1:20 left to go in the third. 52-50. Kellyville with the lead. And they're going to, Toe goes in for the layup, and Upshaw defending. And they're going to get Upshaw for the foul. Toe's going to go to the line for 2. She's 4 for 5 for the night so far, and she makes the first one there. And her second one drops. Tie ball game. There's a 3 by Bear Paw, and it's off the mark. About 50 seconds left here in the third quarter. Tie ball game, 52-52. Well, there's a dangerous dribble there. I thought it went kind of high, a little carry, but refs let it go. That was on number 12. And there's a walk. There's Bolina. Lost her footing and fell to the ground, so they called a walk on her. Kellyville ball, about 23 seconds left. Inside to Bear Paw. Nice look by Upshaw. Bear Paw standing all alone underneath the basket. About 10 seconds left. Kiefer holding the ball. We want the last shot here. 2.1 seconds. She's not going to get it off. So after 3, it's Kellyville 54, Kiefer 52. Kellyville a lot better on the boards for that quarter. Upshaw really turned it on with 14 on the quarter for Upshaw. Archer with 2, Childers with 4, Riley with 2, and Bear Paw with 4. So spreading the ball around. Yeah, 5 players involved in scoring that quarter, so we're doing better on that mark. We need to step it up on defense a little bit. Kiefer's got underneath uncontested a couple of times, so not sure we need to make some adjustments there and figure out how that's happening. Look like we're playing a 2-3 zone, so not sure who's somebody's out of their spot on our zone defense, allowing Kiefer to get underneath a little bit, uncontested. So hopefully we can plug a hole in that this fourth quarter. Kellyville needs to turn on and put this ball game away here. There's a long 3 by Toe, and it goes out of bounds. Kellyville ball inbounds, goes to Wiggs. Wiggs wanted to shoot the three, but she thought otherwise. Passed it over to Upshaw. Upshaw loses the handle, and it goes to the floor, and it's going to be a jump ball. And Kellyville with possession. Looks like Upshaw is going to call a timeout.
30-second timeout. Charge to Lady Ponies.
Look like Kellyville had 26 points in that third quarter, so they really turned it on. If my numbers are right, Kiefer had 22, so high scoring third quarter for both teams. That quarter ended exactly where we are, 54-52. So not quite a minute expired, and there's going to be a three attempt for Sierra Jones, and it's in and out. Kiefer with the rebound. King working on Childers, and that's good for two. We're back to a tie ball game. Jones in the corner. Wiggs was wide open underneath. Upshaw just did not see her. Jones in the corner here. Jones is going to shoot for three, and that's in and out again. Wow. She needs to keep shooting, though. They're leaving her out there on the outside, not even contesting her one bit. She was looking to pass, but no defender came out on her, so she went ahead and shot for three, and the ball went halfway down the net and then came out. So there's a jumper by Hendricks. That's good for two. And we're going to have an official timeout. Looks like Sierra Jones' shoes untied, so good on the official for safety reasons to stop the ball, stop play, and have her tie that shoe. So Kellyville ball here. 6 minutes left in the ball game. Oh my goodness. Wow. They call Bear Paw with an offensive charge, and man, that was not there. That was a horrible call. That defender was nowhere close to being set. King just bringing the ball back out. They're trying to get something set up. There's 22 again. If Bear Paw had backed off her, she would have thrown another elbow. The refs just aren't seeing that, I guess. She goes in for a layup. Let's see who they're going to. And they're going to get Wiggs for her fourth. That sends Toe to the line for two. And she makes her first one. And her second one. There's Wiggs for three, and that's good. And that breaks Wiggs' slump. She had not made a three all season long. Several attempts tonight. Her first one, she finally gets it in. There's a good block by Sierra Jones. think Wiggs was just decided that she had 4 fouls. She's going to get the shot while she could, and she was right on the mark. So good to see that. There's a long 3 by Upshaw. So real quick, Kellyville jumps out to a 2-point lead. They were behind. That ball goes off the top of the rim, off the top of the backboard, but it's not called, and there's a rebound by Wiggs. So 4:04 left in the ball game. Kellyville 60, Kiefer 58. Kellyville with the lead. Let's see. Upshaw with 3, and that's blocked by number 20. Gets the ball in transition, and it's good for an easy layup. That was Ashford that blocked that ball. Upshaw's 3, blocked it clean, and then took the ball down the court for the layup. That ties it. There's Wiggs for 3, and that's good. Well, Wiggs with some confidence now in the 3, back-to-back 3s for Wiggs. It's a 3-point lead for Kellyville. Wiggs playing with 4 fouls. She has nothing to lose at this point. 3 minutes left in the game. Nice spin move by King, but that's blocked by Childers. Kellyville ball. Nice defense by Childers. There's Wiggs for 3 again. And that hits off top of the rim over the backboard. So Wiggs 2 for 3 on her 3-pointers. She comes away smiling. So she's at least having a good time and being comfortable down there with 3 minutes left. Kellyville with that 3-point lead at 63-60. There's a 3 by Kiefer. And that's in and out. Nice rebound by Wiggs. 2:45 left. Kellyville needs to try to extend the lead here and get comfortable. There's an inside pass from Wiggs to Bear Paul to Childers. And a couple of shots by Bear Paul and Childers, and then they're going to get Childers for a push. And that's going to be her 3rd. Puts Kellyville 6 team fouls, and again we're lopsided on the fouls. Kellyville with 6, Kiefer with just 1. I think the referees are a little blind when it comes to fouls on Kiefer this evening. There hadn't been any just outrageous, but they have missed a handful that I've seen. A couple of moving screens, a couple of thrown elbows. I'm going to keep preaching. I don't know why we don't use 3 referees. It's hard. The fouls I'm talking about have been away from the ball, minus a couple of them. You get that 3rd ref, it's a little easier to catch those fouls that are away from the ball. The 2 refs on the court, and there's just 2 of them. They're pretty much following the ball. So they do the best they can. But I don't take anything away from them. I would not want to be in their shoes. So here we are, 2:28. It's 63-60. Kellyville with the lead. And we're back underway. Kiefer with the ball. There's another one of those moving screens. I feel like it just was not calling that. She'll shoot it from out there. The toe, she's shot some deep. Her and number 12 both shot deep threes. So we got to stay on them. And we get the 5-second call. Great defense. Kellyville, 1:55 left. Kellyville ball. Wiggs into Upshaw. Another 3 would be nice here, get that 6-point lead early. When there's a shot from Childers from the elbow and it's in and out. Oh, and they can't handle it. Bear Paul tries to go back up with it, but she's going to be fouled by Hendricks. That's going to send her to the line for 2. That's just Hendricks' second foul. Again, all game long, Hendricks the only Kiefer player with more than 1 foul. Bear Paul gets her first attempt. Here comes her second attempt. Hopefully we get in there for a rebound if she misses. And it's off the mark, but we do not rebound it. Kiefer with the ball. So 64-60. It's a 4-point ball game. Minute 30 left. We need a stop right here, Lady Ponies. Going back and forth on the outside. There's one off to the corner. A little double team, and there's Toe with a 3 on the outside. So 1 minute, 5 seconds left. Kellyville 64, Kiefer 63. I don't know how that wasn't a foul, folks. Now we're at 1-1. They knocked Upshaw to the floor. No foul called. Ball's loose on the floor after that shot, and they're going to get Upshaw for a foul, and that's her second. And man, I don't know what these refs are looking at. There's Hendricks for 3. .1 seconds, 2-point ball game, and Childers going to be fouled going to the line for 2. And that was on Hendricks. There's Childers. And that's good. .1 seconds left. And Childers off the mark, so Kiefer with just a 1-point lead. Kellyville's got to stop the ball right here. But unfortunately there's a steal. 19 seconds. Upshot. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was not a charge. Bear Paul called for a charge. 15.3 seconds left, and the ref just gave Kiefer the ball game. That was not a charge, sir. Bear Paul driving to the basket. Defender slips underneath, moving the whole time. Thank goodness I'm on this mic. I would probably be getting thrown out of the game. 15.3 seconds left. Possession arrow is to the Ponies. There's always questionable calls in almost any game that you watch. But a game this close, I hate to see a game this close come down to a call by a referee. And that right there is an example of it. I'll go back and watch it, but I'm 100% confident that was not a charge. Kiefer ball right here on the inbounds. Childers knocks it loose. I believe they're going to get Wiggs for her 5th foul. Now that is, because they were trying to stop play going down the court, 12.4 seconds. It's going to send, looks like King to the line for 2. Oh, correction, shooting 1 and 1. So Kellyville's hope is to rebound the ball. We have a timeout left. I suspect that we get the rebound. Coach Upshaw is going to call a timeout. If she makes both of them, it'll be a 3-point ball game, but we still have time to get the move. We should still have time to move the ball down the court and get a shot off for an attempt to tie the ball game. If she misses her first shot, we're able to get the rebound. We would have an attempt to go down and shoot for the win. So not out of it completely, but again, the referee sure making it difficult on us this evening.
Well, Terry, I'm gonna hop in here and see how we do. You know, this is a tight game. These are two great teams. You can't deny that fact. It's
Jacob, did you see a charge on that against Bear Paul? I sure didn't.
No.
And there's a miss. Upshaw's not going to call the timeout.
Well, Coach Upshaw's got 1 timeout left. That looked like a foul right there.
And there's a 3.
Upshaw for 3. Oh, man.
Surprisingly, Upshaw didn't call a timeout. We moved the ball down the court real fast with plenty of time to get a shot on goal. And Upshaw's 3-point attempt is just off the mark. We had an inside shot there. I felt like we could have taken, and I mean, we just needed the 2. We move it outside for the 3, and Kiefer's going to steal this game, 66-65, giving the Ponies their 3rd loss of the season so far. Kellyville will have a chance for redemption. They play in the Kiefer tournament this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I would imagine at some point there's a chance that those teams will meet each other again. And those games are starting Thursday afternoon at 1 p.m. The Lady Ponies will play Hobart at 1 p.m. and the boys will follow at 2:30 against Hobart on Thursday. So you can find an excuse to miss work, play hooky from work, come out down to Kiefer and join us. If not, we will be broadcasting those games, bringing them to you live on KV Rising. So if you have to stay at work, then just sit at your desk and watch the games. Folks, we got about, looks like 12 minutes or so before the boys start here. That's a heartbreaking loss for the Lady Ponies. We just started slow. You know, we only just had the 13 points in the first quarter, and only 3 girls putting up points there in the first quarter. That's unlike the Lady Ponies. It's not unlike them to start a little bit slow, but usually halfway through that first quarter they pick it up and at least spread the ball around a little more in that first quarter. But let's see. Hendricks for Kiefer, definitely their high scorer for the game. Again, it'll be about a little about 9.5 minutes. We'll be back with you for the boys. We'll see you then. Welcome back. KV Rising just about ready to go here in the boys game. Presenting sponsors tonight's game is Patriot Air and CT Decorative Concrete Construction. Gold sponsors, Phil Thomas Trucking, Shades of Glass by Chris, Webco Industries, Jay's Country Kitchen, Bluebell Free Will Baptist Church, Rescue Mini Storage, Backwoods Barbecue, DJ Service Concrete and Construction, Diminishes Family Practice, Excavation Resources, Jim Vaught Mack Truck, Shade of Billingsley Photography, Greg McGuire Trucking, Brian Smith Allstate Insurance, and David Bryant and Associates. And here we go with Kellyville starting lineup. There you go. Starting lineup for Kellyville Ponies. Ponies coming into the night at 8-4 record, ranked number 17 in Class 3A. Last meeting against Kiefer, the Ponies pulled it off the last minute, 64-62. So here we are. Evan Wiggs gonna do the tip for the Ponies, and Bunton, number 0 for Kiefer. And here we go, folks. And Kiefer's going to get the tip.
Here's another really good matchup of two really good teams.
Just a 2-point difference from the last attempt. There's a rebound
by Connor.
Folks, I'm joined by Jacob. I was solo earlier tonight. He's been on the computer, so there's a 3 by Hicks, and that's good. I'm happy to have him.
I'm going to try and do my best to multitask.
It can be difficult at times. There's a shot by.
Just off the mark a little bit.
Rebound by Crabtree. Hicks inside to Wiggs. Wiggs for 2. Nice pass by Hicks.
Way to start up early, 5-0.
Boys need to turn on and don't let off the gas. There's a block by Wiggs.
Evan.
Crabtree in the corner for 3. That's in and out. Bunton inside move.
And they give the ball to Kellyville.
Yeah, that comes down off of Bunton's hand. Wiggs and Ayers right there, but Bunton was last to touch it, so Kellyville ball. Like Crabtree was trying to get over to Wiggs, and Bevan knocked it out of bounds for Kiefer, so it's going to be Kellyville ball in the side inbounds. There's Hicks for 3. That's off the mark. Goes straight to Bevan, number 12 for Kiefer. There's a steal by Thomas.
Good little spin
Hicks
move
with
by
the
Durham.
spin move to Ayers underneath for 2.
It's a nice little way to finish off a good steal there.
Yeah, Kellyville's moving the ball, passing the ball nice so far. There's a nice defense by Crabtree, knocked the ball loose. And there's a steal by Wiggs, tips it to Crabtree.
And that's off the hands of 20. Looked like.
Yeah, they're gonna say nobody touched it. They're gonna say Crabtree threw it directly out of bounds. I thought maybe he got tipped.
It looked like a little tip there. Double teamed.
The ball underneath Crabtree, working on.
And they are holding them off the board. They are trying their hardest to keep them off.
There's a 3.
And you always speak too soon, I guess.
That was by Hoover, Trent Hoover. Crabtree for 3 on the outside, and it's off the rim. There's a rebound by Wiggs, and he goes back up, and it's short. Rebound by Thomas, and it's also short. There's another tip out by Wiggs to Crabtree, and it's good. There's a nice block by Ayers. Wow. Ayers got some distance between him and the floor and went up and got that ball and knocked it out. Great defense by Ayers. And there's a block by Thomas. And there's another block.
And they're going to call a foul.
Well, they're going to get a. He wasn't quite straight up on that second block, but they're giving Bunton a heck of a time underneath.
They're giving him a run for his money.
And I believe Bunton was their leading scorer last game. And
that's off the mark.
Yeah, his first one's in and out.
So they sub in Mosby for Thomas.
And Bunton's second attempt is good.
Down.
Nice moving the ball around there. Wiggs for 2. Moved the ball down the line. We have a timeout. Let's see here.
I think they forced a timeout for Kiefer. Oh,
yes, sir. 30-second.
Yep.
30-second timeout to Kiefer here.
That's a good thing to do. Get them in panic mode.
Get them on their heels. Scores 11-4 here early. 3:53 left in the first quarter. We got 4 boys on the board with points. And Kiefer just has 2 players scoring, with Hoover with a 3-pointer, and Bunton went to the line for shoot 2, and he was one of 2. So that's where their 4 points comes from so far. Kellyville just needs to keep their foot on the accelerator in this game, because like the girls, Kiefer always plays us tough, no matter what our records are. This is always a good matchup, good rivalry. Just down 75A from us.
And that's off the mark for number 5.
Rebound by Crabtree underneath.
Good pass to Wiggs.
Good pass.
Mosby, and
That's
Wiggs
a ball
finishes.
movement. I'm loving the ball movement. Passed the ball 3 times, got Wiggs underneath, so. And there's a 3 by Bevan. It's off the mark, and Mosby rebounds. Just over 3 minutes left here in the first. There's a 3 by Ayers. That's in and out.
Bounced off the rim.
Wiggs tipped it, but he was out of position to get a handle on it. They're getting underneath to Bunton. They're going to try to get it to Bunton for sure. Crabtree gets him on the hand as he's going up with it. Bunton's going to go to the line again here. And Bunton's first attempt is good. If I remember from the last game we played, Bunton was pretty successful from the line, so we really need to keep him off the line. There's a rebound by Dunn. Wiggs tipped it to him. And there's a three.
Good pass out to Jeremy.
There's a three by Hicks, and he gets hit on the hand as he releases by number 24, Barber. That's going to send Hicks to the line for three. Hicks's ball rolls all around the rim, hits the back glass, and falls off. So here he is with his second attempt, and that's in for one. Here we go, Hicks for his third final attempt, and that's good. So Hicks 2 for 3 from the line. It's a 10-point ball game, 15-5. About 2:30 left here in the first quarter. Nice defense by Dunn, causing pressure at the top. There's good pressure by Mosby. There's a walk by number 2.
That was a good defensive move by Hicks to come up there and try and stop him. Got him to take the extra step.
Yeah, and that's Bevan. He's got to be careful. He slammed the ball towards the ground when he got called for the walk. Referees usually don't like the attitude like that coming off the call, so keep an eye on that for him. Oh, Wiggs wide open underneath, but Mosby just didn't see him. There's Connor Norris, and nice assist by Wiggs.
That is good ball movement.
For 2. Kellyville moving the ball really nice, passing the ball, sharing underneath. And there's a drive. A nice move by Hoover. He just took off and drove hard to the basket. And that's keeping it a 10-point game at 17-7. About 1:15 left here in the first quarter. Hicks scanning the floor, looking to set up a play, looks over to Heath. Here we got ball movement coming. Wiggs was underneath. Wiggs is being double teamed. And
you think that was a little bit of a push off?
I thought there was a little bit of push. Mosby working the baseline, and seemed like he got pushed out of bounds, but nice block by Dunn.
And he did a really good job of keeping that ball inbounds so he didn't step out with it.
Hoover's working the baseline and went up for a shot, and Dunn just blocked it, but Hoover was able to maintain possession. There's an outside three from Barber, and that's good. So about 20 seconds left. Kiefer closes the gap to a 7-point ball game. 17-10, Kellyville with the lead. Looks like Kellyville's just going to take for the last shot here, right at 10 seconds left. Hicks working, trying to get a shot on. And there's a shot by Hicks, and it's off the mark. So after 17-10, nice quarter by Kellyville. Had a lot of great passes inside, a lot of great ball movement out of those 17 points. Vast majority of them came off of 2 or 3 passes, so Kellyville really moving the ball around nice so far in this game. Got Crabtree with 2, Hicks with 5, Wiggs with 6, Ayers with 2, and Dunn with 2. Kiefer's leading scorer is going to be Hoover with 5. We'll start the second quarter here. It's Kellyville ball. Foul count just real low. 2 for Kellyville, 1 for Kiefer.
They're going to call a jump ball.
Jump ball. Kiefer's going to have possession. Kyler Thomas fell to the floor, took the ball with him, and 3 Trojans jumped on top of him. I still don't understand how that's not a foul. You got boys just jumping on top of someone that's holding the ball. They call a jump ball. There's the inside jumper. Right. Barber for 2, right at the top of the paint.
Good job by Hicks not letting it go back court.
Yeah, the ball was tipped, but Hicks, they probably would have said Hicks had possession of it. And there's another tip ball.
That looked like a foul.
Hicks gets it underneath, and there's Thomas for 2.
That's another good pass.
Good assist by Hicks.
They keep moving the ball around, and that's
There's a block by Wiggs.
blocked by Thomas.
And Bunton comes back up, and Kellyville ball. Long 3 by Hicks, and it's in and out. Crabtree with the rebound, and he puts it back up for 3.
Tip by Thomas, and they're going to call it Kiefer ball.
Kiefer's going to lose the ball out of bounds underneath, so it's Kellyville ball. 19-12, Kellyville with the lead. 6:02 left in the second. There's
Open
a 3
look by Thomas.
Wiggs, the only pony underneath for the rebound, is 3-on-1 down there underneath. Wiggs going for the steal, and there's Barber for 3. Hicks with the floating jumper, and he's going to rebound it, get the ball to Thomas. Ayers for 3. That's off the mark, and Wiggs going to get called for a push in the back because he was trying to rebound that over Bunton. It's going to be his first. There's a steal by Hicks to Crabtree to Ayers, and that's in. Again, nice ball movement underneath. There's a deflection by Ayers. And a steal by Crabtree knocks it back to Ayers. Ayers going in for the layup, and well, they're just going to call it out of bounds. It looked like he got fouled, but
It seems like when there's two players on you, it seems like that'd usually be a foul, but I mean, they just called it out.
there's Wiggs getting underneath, throw it to Ayers. Ayers up for the layup, and it's off the mark. Goes long over the rim, and Kiefer with the rebound. There's a three by Hoover. And quickly, Kiefer closes the gap. It's 21-18. Kellyville with the lead at about 3:20 left in the half. There's going to be a kick ball on Kiefer's number 12, Bevan. Knock it out of bounds, stop the clock, 3:12. Kellyville ball. Hicks looking for setting up a play. And Crabtree trying to get the ball inside, and there was nothing but three Trojans there waiting. And Wiggs didn't have the help underneath. He was 2-on-1. And so Button for two, easy two. A 1-point ball game. Kiefer's closed the gap. Kellyville up by 10 at one point. 2:25 left in the half here.
Good screen by Mosby.
Hicks loses the handle, and there goes Bunton for the layup on the steal. That puts Kiefer ahead.
First lead they've had all game.
1:59 left. Kiefer with their first lead, 22-21. Wild pass by Crabtree, but Mosby able to handle it. Mosby to Wiggs. Wiggs over to Crabtree. Crabtree for three. That's going to be off the mark. And again, nobody underneath for a rebound. We got to get boys underneath their rebound. We got to have those rebounds. And there's a three off the mark, and there's Crabtree with a rebound.
We have two pretty big guys that could be down low, but they're not both in right now.
We're doing well on
Evan's the only one
rebounds.
in. That was a great save by Kenny.
We have a couple substitutions. Looks like Mosby and Ayers going to take a breather. Brings in Dunn and Thomas back in the game. And no contention there. I'm not sure what was going on there. Bevan just caught the ball, and no contention by any of the ponies. Easy shot for him. Inside pass to Wiggs, and it gets tipped away. So Kiefer with a 3-point lead, 24-21, with about 30 seconds left here in the half. Kellyville started extremely strong in the first quarter, really falling off. Just 4 points on the quarter.
I agree with what you said last game. This is where we need a shot clock in high school basketball.
Yeah, I mean, it's, for any of these players that are wishing to And there's a steal by
Good
Hicks.
steal by Jeremy. And finish it
For-
off with a layup.
Nice layup.
And they just responded.
Yeah, they moved it down. They moved it down, the floor down. That was number 24, Barber, with that last minute layup. So 3-point ball game. Kiefer with the lead, 26-23 at half. But Kellyville just with 6 points there in that second quarter. You can't do that against this kind of team. You can't come out with a quarter with 6 points. They had 17 in the first. And Kiefer had 10 in the first quarter and 16
And I know
in the
that
second quarter.
I know that locker room. It's gonna be electric, and they're gonna come back and they're gonna fight.
Well, there's the difference right there, Jacob. They were up by 10, started the second quarter, and then at the end of the quarter, Kiefer put up 10 more points than Kellyville. So right there's what happened. You score 6. Kiefer scored 16 in that quarter. So 26-23 here at halftime. I'll be back in about 9 minutes. We'll see you then. Okay, here we go. We're back at it. Third quarter. Kiefer with the lead, 26-23. Start here at the third quarter. Kellyville with the ball. Kellyville's got to play a faster pace than they did in that second quarter. Second quarter was just slow pace.
Good shot by Crabtree.
There's a three by Crabtree to start. We scored 17 in the first quarter and just 6 in that second quarter. They just slowed down way too much. There's a steal by Wiggs. Is tipped by Hicks. Crabtree.
Looked like he got hit in the hand.
They didn't call it. Several shots on goal. There's a jumper by Hoover. On the other end for Kiefer. Hicks across the floor to Ayers. Ayers inside to Wiggs. Wiggs to Crabtree. Crabtree.
That was deep in the corner.
That was a nice rebound by Thomas. Puts it back up, but it's short. And then it's contested there by Bevan. Bevan's able to come down with the rebound for Kiefer. Kiefer put up 16 in that second quarter, and that was what brought him back and put him back in this game. Putting up 10 more points than the Ponies. There's a rebound by Wiggs. Wiggs on the transition. Wiggs with the spin. And good
finish.
Nice move and finish by Wiggs. All the way down the court. Pretty much by himself against three defenders, but he gets through the traffic and nice move. And there's a steal by Wiggs. Wiggs to Wiggs on the floor with that and tried to pass it and it went right to Hoover, who goes in for the layup. Hicks working the top, and there's a screen by Wiggs. Wiggs at the top of the key, right at just above the free throw line for 2.
So once again, it's a tie ball game. Still time.
5:08. Yeah, 5:08 here in the third, so plenty of time. Yeah, Kiefer seems to be slowing down just a bit here. Throwing the ball around.
They're slowing down. That means we need to speed up. We need to speed up a lot. Faster pace, faster. Be like that first quarter.
Nice toss out by Ayers. Crabtree tries to get underneath the Wiggs and it's stolen by Kiefer, and they move down transition. They're going to get called for a walk. So Kellyville ball. Crabtree was trying to get the Wiggs, had an open window, but boy, it closed fast. Kiefer moved in for the steal. And Hicks goes in, loses the ball, and
I'm surprised they didn't call a jump ball on that.
yeah, it got tied up there for a moment, but they let it go. Hicks trying to go through quite a bit of traffic there. There's a 3. That's Matheson for 3 in the corner. It's his first points of the game. He was pretty active last matchup between the Ponies and the Trojans. Bounce pass by Hicks.
Good shot by Crabtree.
Crabtree for 3. Tie ball game, 33-33, with 3:15 left. There's another three by Matheson, and it's good.
He is not afraid to shoot that three.
No, sir. And like I said last matchup, he was pretty hot from the three-point line.
He's been pretty hot from the three-point line tonight too.
So we need to.
They need to close on him. Don't leave him
Watch.
open.
There's Bunton. And Bunton's going to be fouled, I believe, by Thomas. No, they're going to get Hicks on that. They send Bunton in the line for two. Bunton's 2 of 4 from the line this evening. And he makes his first one. And he makes his second one. So quickly, Kiefer the 5-point lead. Here at about 2:40 left in the third quarter.
Well,
Kellyville just. I really like what we were doing in the first quarter, and we haven't been back to it yet. We were really moving the ball around in the first quarter. There's a shot attempt by Hicks, and he's going to be fouled.
Pony subbed in Kenny Mosby and Connor Norris.
That foul is going to be on Hoover for Kiefer. It's his first. Hicks' first attempt is in and out. So 2:24, Kiefer 38, Kellyville 33. And Hicks makes his second attempt. Make it a 4-point ball game.
Miles is coming in.
Here comes
for
Joshua
Crabtree.
Miles. His first minutes of the game. And there's some great defense by Miles and Mosby, and it causes the Trojans to throw the ball out of bounds. So nice defensive possession there for Kellyville. And there's Dunn in for Miles.
One thing I've noticed about Justin Miles is he comes in every single game that he's played for the Ponies, including football or basketball, and he works his tail off. He is a hard-working athlete, and every single one of these guys on the court is right now.
Now, Miles is a great defender, and he'll come into his own. He gets in a little bit of foul trouble if he spends too much time in the game. And there's a steal by Kiefer, but Hicks is able to come back up with it.
Shot by Norris, just off the mark. Rebounded by Riggs.
We're going to get a foul on number 3. Wiggs was picking up that loose ball, and
that's Holt.
Holt. So 1:46 left, a 4-point ball game still. Kiefer with the lead. Wiggs underneath calling for the ball, but he doesn't get it. And there's off the mark.
It's Holt with the rebound.
And Kiefer going to call a timeout. So 1:38, 38-34. Kiefer with the lead. Folks, I want to remind you about your presenting sponsors. Tonight's game is Patriot Air and CT Decorative Concrete and Construction. Your gold sponsors are Phil Thomas Trucking, Shades of Glass by Chris, Webco Industries, Jay's Country Kitchen, Bluebell Free Will Baptist Church, Rescue Mini Storage, Backwoods Barbecue, DJ Service Concrete and Construction, Diminishing Family Practice, Excavation Resources, Jim Vaught Mack Truck, Shada Billingsley Photography, Greg McGuire Trucking, Brian Smith Allstate Insurance, and David Bryant and Associates. Thank those sponsors for their contributions and support of KV Rising, bringing you these live games. And there is Matheson for another 3. There's a turnover by Kellyville. Hicks to Dunn. Dunn can't handle the pass and goes out of bounds. So there's a steal by Hicks. Hicks 2-on-1. Wiggs with a rebound, puts it back in for 2. There's Madison again. And man, he is on fire. We got to get an answer for him.
And that Kiefer student section won't let up, letting us know that he's a freshman. We get it.
Yeah, about 15 seconds. There's a 3 from
Crabtree.
So teams exchanging 3-pointers. 5-point ball game, 44-39. Kiefer's going to be called with a walk. So Kellyville with a chance to get a shot off here right before the buzzer with 3.8 seconds left.
They're going to sub in Ayers for Dunn.
Here comes Bunton back in the game for Kiefer. And Crabtree throws it up, but it falls way short. He was contested all the way. So 5-point ball game going to the fourth quarter. Kiefer with the lead, 44-39. Folks, I want to remind you the Kellyville High School Basketball Booster Club is going to be selling raffle tickets at all the home games until February 18th. The raffle is for an autographed basketball with a picture of the 2019-2020 basketball players. All monies raised will go towards the OSSAA fees for broadcasting live here on KV Rising for the district, regional, area, and state tournaments. The OSSAA charges any broadcasting that's done at those events. So in order for us to broadcast live and bring those to you, we're going to have to pay those fees. So the Booster Club is doing this raffle to try to raise money to offset that cost for KV Rising.
And it definitely would be a cool piece of memorabilia to have.
Yeah, because not only with those games, the basketball, but also the games. Not only will those games be broadcast live, but they're going to be archived, so you can go back and view them at any time. Those raffles are $1 a piece or 6 for $5. And get a hold of April Holland if you're not able to.
And that may be the first 3 that I've seen Matheson miss.
And Barber with the rebound and puts it back for 2.
I'm starting to assume that the whole Kiefer team is freshmen.
Yeah, there's a lot of chanting over there. And there's Mosby for 3. Again, exchanging threes. About a minute expired here in the fourth quarter. 46-42. Kiefer just kind of taking their time, maybe to burn a little clock. And there's a turnover. And Crabtree going in for the Wiggs. Crabtree, his shot is off the mark. Wiggs comes in with the rebound and puts it back up, and he's fouled. And that's by Hoover. And that's going to be his second, sending Wiggs to the line for 2. Wiggs off the front of the rim on his first attempt. And Wiggs makes an adjustment and puts in his second attempt for one. That closed to a 3-point game. Kiefer with the lead, 46-43. They get the ball across half court. Actually, the way this game started, a little bit of low-scoring game here. And there's a, wow, I don't know how they didn't get a foul on that. Ayers with the coming down. Hicks with the three-pointer off the front of the rim.
I don't see how they got a foul on that, but not a foul on that last one.
Yeah, Wade's going to get a call for a reach-in. Kellyville with just 2 team fouls, Kiefer with 3, so foul count's not real high for the second half of the game. I think the refs have let a lot of things go, kind of on both sides, really. And there, Matheson underneath, and it gets blocked. But Kiefer maintains possession, comes up with the rebound. Move it back out.
They're going to call that Kiefer ball.
Yeah,
Hit by Hicks.
Hicks stole that or tipped that pass and couldn't get his other hand on it before it went out of bounds. There's a long three. Wiggs with the rebound. Hicks to Ayers. Ayers for the layup. He misses. Nice rebound by Ayers. Ayers to Crabtree. Crabtree.
And Kellyville gets to keep the ball.
Well, we had like 4 shots on goal there. We just could not find the net. Matheson's going to take a break.
7 and Holt.
At 4:50 left in the ball game, 3-point game. Crabtree to Ayers. Ayers inside to Hicks. Hicks to Ayers. Ayers for 3. That's off the mark. They're going to get number 5. That's going to be his 3rd. Kellyville maintains possession here. We got to get some points on the board, and there's a.
I was about to say that is a foul.
Yeah, there's a toss in to Thomas, and Thomas going to be fouled by Bunton. That's his first. That's going to send Thomas to the line for 2. And that's off the back of the rim and bounces out. Joshua Miles going to come in for Thomas, so they'll wait till after the attempt here. And that's good.
He gets the roll.
He does get the roll. It's the front of the rim and rolls in, so 2-point ball game, 46-44, and Thomas and Ayers going to sit down for a moment. That brings in Miles and Mosby. And Kiefer just throws the ball out of bounds. So Kellyville with the ball.
And it's down to a 2-point lead for Kiefer.
Can't tie the ball game up. There's a 3 by
big shot by Crabtree.
And
they're calling that Kiefer ball.
It's tipped out by Miles. And there's a nice steal by Hicks. Crabtree for 3.
That's a foul.
There's a rebound by Wiggs.
That's number 5.
Foul as he goes up, and that's going to be 4 on Hoover if that's on number 5, and it is. So Wiggs going to go to the line. He's 1 for 2 so far. And his first shot is in and out. .414 left, 2-point ball game. Wiggs with his second attempt, and that is good. So Wiggs 2 for 4 from the line. Brings to a 1-point ball game. See if Kellyville can't force another turnover here. And there it is.
Tipped out by Hicks and stolen by Miles, and then Connor Norris with the lay-in.
Connor Norris drives in for the layup.
Puts them up by 1.
That ball rolls around the rim and falls in. So Kellyville up by 1, 47-46 with 4:03 left.
And they make Kiefer call another timeout.
So that's going to leave Kiefer with just 2 timeouts. If this ends up being a close game at the end, that could come back to haunt him.
Now, if the scoreboard is correct, I'm still showing that Kellyville has 5 timeouts, so that's what's showing on the screen. I don't know if they've taken a timeout all game or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Know if that's correct or not.
It
but
seems like they have, but I just can't be too sure. So I'm just following what it says.
You know, I said this was a low-scoring game, but I guess our last matchup with them was 64-62. So we're not going to get there in 4 minutes, I don't think. But there's a block by Wiggs. Bunton with the rebound. He goes
tried
up.
to get a foul.
Yeah, he did. He threw his hands up as he kind of tossed that ball, but it went off a pony, so. Kiefer with the possession. There's Bunton. That's a nice defense by Hicks. He tips that ball, hits the Trojan, and goes out of bounds. So nice defensive stop there by Kellyville. Kellyville maintaining 47. And there's a three by Crabtree.
Puts him up 4. And they need to console number 33 here, because he's not afraid to shoot that 3 ball.
Yeah, and I've seen him shoot it from deep out. And there's a nice defense by Mosby to get in there and knock the ball away. It goes out of bounds. So 3:17 left. Kellyville 50, Kiefer 46. Kellyville needs another stop right here. And nice defensive by Wiggs and Hicks. I don't know if Wiggs got a hand on that or not, as Bunton went up for the shot. Not lucky there. Hicks threw it over to Mosby. He wasn't prepared for the pass and just caught it in the last second. He was looking away.
They're just playing a little bit of keep away here.
Yeah.
Trying to run the clock down a little bit. Did they just call that a travel?
What in the world that ref is seeing? They just called Wiggs on a travel. He blew the whistle. I thought he called a foul.
It looks like a little bit of a push-off, but
Yeah,
I didn't see a travel in that.
There's a tip out by Mosby. .237 left. There's another tip out by Mosby.
Now Jeremy's got to keep his eye on 33 because they're not afraid to pass it to him either.
Playing a little man-on-man, one-on-one. And Bunton on the outside for 3. He misses off the front of the rim. Crabtree gets the ball. Down to Wiggs. Wiggs over to Ayers. So 2:05 left. A dangerous pass by Mosby, and
they're going to.
Hoover's going to get the transition too, and they're going to call.
Wow. They're going to call Ayers on that.
Ayers on the foul. It's going to be his first. 1:59 left, 2-point ball game, and Hoover's going to be at the line. And he misses it, so at least he doesn't put that a 3-point play. How's that not a foul?
Yeah, I was about to say that
is
looked
not
like
a foul
from up here.
He comes and runs into Wiggs,
There
or
we
maybe
go.
a makeup there on
There
a
we
walk.
go. I'm trying my hardest not to be biased, but sometimes it's a little much, you know.
That's the pass to Wiggs, and Kiefer comes in and he shoulders him, trying to get to the ball. The timeout, Kellyville.
So it looks like Kellyville takes their first timeout. I guess the board was right.
1:45 left, 2-point ball game. Kellyville 50, Kiefer 48. I think Kellyville's going to have the ball here on the near side. You know, my hope here is we just run the offense and go score. It's to me, history. It seems to hurt us. You know, we're something like this 1:45 with 2-point lead, and we try to kill some of the clock. I don't know. That seems to bite us every time we try doing that.
Keep it fast-paced. Keep it going.
Crabtree with a pass to Ayers. Ayers to Mosby. Mosby with a 3-point attempt, and it's blocked. And Kellyville going to have the inbounds on the side in the corner. Crabtree brings to the top of the key. Ayers to Crabtree. Oh, Crabtree should have went and scored.
He should have went.
That's what I'm talking about. There's an easy layup for Hicks inside.
So 52-48, minute 15 remaining.
I'd imagine Kiefer's going to do it. There's a three from Hoover off the front of the rim. Crabtree with a rebound. And to Ayers underneath. Nice assist. Crabtree to Ayers.
I'm glad they're just keeping it going and they're not slowing down.
Yes, sir.
What they need to
That's
do.
what we need to do. Keep our foot on the throttle. 6-point ball game, 57.2 seconds left.
So Kellyville calls their second timeout. Leaves them with 3 remaining. Kiefer still has 2.
And I just realized, I hope the board's correct, that Kiefer with 6 fouls, so one more foul is going to send Kellyville to the line to 1-1. Kellyville's got some fouls to give if it becomes necessary. They just have 3 fouls, so they got 3 fouls to give to stop the clock if that becomes necessary here with 57 seconds left.
It looks like Justin Miles and Connor Norris are subbing in. So a couple of the freshmen getting their minutes in.
That's going to be Norris, Miles, Crabtree, Hicks, and Wiggs on the floor for Kellyville. And full court pressure by Kellyville. And Hoover's able to maintain. There's a 3 off the
That's
mark.
off the mark. And they're going to.
That was by Barber.
They were about to triple team Jeremy.
And it's going to be on number 12. That's Bevins. That's his first. That's going to send Hicks to the line for 1-1. .7 seconds. When Hicks doesn't get the roll, it's in and out. Kiefer ball. And Hoover. Oh, we had a walk there. They didn't catch that. Hicks with the rebound.
Jeremy. They keep going fast pace up the court.
And there's a nice pass
finish
from Hicks to Crabtree for 2.
And they're going to call a foul. They're going to call a foul on Wiggs for that.
Wow. That's going to send Bunton to the line for 2. Bunton's 3 of 5. Or sorry, 4 of 6, I'm sorry. And he just made that, so.
56-49, 15 seconds remaining. Bunton at the line. And he makes his second one too. The Ponies are still up 6. No matter how far ahead you're up, you still need to play fast pace. And Jeremy's taking up the court. They're going to foul Hicks.
And that's going to be Hoover who's make that foul. That's going to be his 5th. So Hicks is going to be at the line for 1 and 1. 12.5 seconds, 56-50. So short of a catastrophe here. Kellyville should maintain. Hicks gets this 1 and 1. And Hicks gets the roll. So he makes the first and gets the second attempt here. And Finley's going to come in for Wiggs. And Hicks' second attempt's off the mark. And there's a loose ball. Madsen not able to handle it. There's another Madsen for 3 right at the buzzer. So your final, Kellyville holds on 57-53.
So just a little bit over that margin of the last game.
And we split. The girls fall to Kellyville or to Kiefer, and the boys win. So
Don't forget, both teams will be at the Kiefer tournament this weekend. Both teams will be playing at the Kiefer tournament this weekend. The girls will play Thursday afternoon, 1 o'clock versus Holford, with the boys following at 2:30 at the Kiefer tournament. If you have to work and you cannot make the trip, you can catch it live on KVRising.com.
there you heard it, folks. Catch it live on kvrising.com on Thursday at 1 p.m. in Kiefer. I'm doing up the ending stats here. So looks like we had Crabtree with 16, Hicks with 11, Thomas with 3, Wiggs with 14, Connor Norris with 2, Mosby with 3, Ayers with 6, Dylan Dunn with 2. So there's your scorers for the game. Like Crabtree's going to come away with the top scorer at 16. So again, folks, thanks for joining us tonight. Please join us again on this Thursday at 1 p.m. in Kiefer. Come out and see us live if you can. If not, join us here on KV Rising. We'll be bringing you both games. They're at 1 for the Lady Ponies, and the Ponies are following thereafter at 2:30. And both teams play Holbert. So we'll see you then.
Once again, 2 great games tonight.
Appreciate everybody joining us tonight.
Exactly. So Thursday, 1 o'clock in Kiefer against Holbert. We'll see you there.
Have a good night. Be safe.